It's gonna be on live YouTube, Cade. Live.
Yeah, it'll be on live stream, and then it'll be edited.
That boy loves watching him some YouTube. So you'll be on YouTube.
Okay, I want to see, like, I want to.
Oh, you want
Yep.
to watch it? He wants to watch it.
Something all you got to do is go to C&B
What's
Sports,
the
but
feed? What's the feed?
C
It's
C&B
called C&B Sports.
Yeah, it's the and symbol though. You got to use the and symbol. The symbol.
The and symbol. B Sports. And don't turn it up because I can't have it. It's on.
All right. What was I going to say? We're good.
Did you find it, Cade?
I'm just sending.
Would it be like C&B Sports live?
No, it's just
C&B and B Sports all together with the and symbol.
All together, no spaces. Yeah, C and symbol B Sports, no spaces.
I just sent y'all the link.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm fixing to send the link to Kayla. Kayla will send you the link.
Yeah.
All right, if anyone joins, we are doing our live stream for our podcast, so it's going to be unedited, and then it'll be edited on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Put on Apple Podcasts for the NFL show. We are doing the NFL show. Possibly college tomorrow. We'll see. You there, Josh?
15.
Yeah, you froze up. Hold on. You'll come back to us in a minute, hopefully. Yeah, hold on. You're freezing up.
Turn the Wi-Fi back on my phone.
Would that make it worse or would that make it better? Yeah.
All right. Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's better. It's not as bad as what it was. All right, y'all ready? Clay, you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you froze. No, I didn't know if you froze. You're like stuck there. All right. What's going on? I choked on a leftover Cheeto there. All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup, Week 14. We had by my case scenario, we had an awful week of NFL football because I just watched the worst football game on Monday night. Terrible. I'm not going to say too much about it. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But had some other games that were, some good games, and we made the playoffs in fantasy, so it's a good week for us. Josh is with us tonight. Josh, how's your fantasy football going? Are you making the playoffs, and how was your week of NFL?
Yeah, man. That game was pretty shitty last night. I wouldn't touch on that. And then, y'all's playoffs has already started.
No, we just made it.
It's based off division in our league, so we won our division already.
Okay, yeah, I pretty much clinched the spot in my bigger money league. I'm 10-3, and in third place, and the top four make it, and I've got a 3 or 4 game lead. In that position, and then my other league, I'm tied record-wise, but I got a pretty reasonable point lead. That's second in the division, so I would need to win this week to make sure that I'll clinch that the playoffs start next week in that league.
Gotcha. Well, Clay, he's my teammate, I guess you would say, in our league. We clinched the playoffs. We had McCaffrey do very well. We also had Amon St. Brown. Might have been the best fantasy trade of all time, the way it looks. Clay, how was your week of football?
It's a good week of football. Hadn't been hitting on the player props like I was, but all in all, a good week. The fantasy. Hopefully, we don't owe any money. That's the big thing. We have won back-to-back years though, so if we go for the three-peat, that'd be pretty good. But
I just want to win. I want to win 5 times so I can go around like Booker T and saying I'm the 5-time champion. That's all I want to do. 5-time. That was one of my favorite wrestlers. So, anyway, we're going to recap some games here before we get into our picks. Here, as we spoke of, we had Monday Night Football. Saints blowing it 17-16. They were up 16-3. Then they dropped the game to the Buccaneers, had a chance to possibly make a run and maybe make the playoffs somehow if they could knock off. They wouldn't be that far behind, but they blew it. And the storyline, of course, Brady, first comeback down by that much in the fourth quarter, something like that. I don't know what it was in a regular season game. Josh, thoughts on the Saints and Bucks on Monday night?
Yeah, man. The Bucks just suck really bad. Like, what the hell happened? They don't have any kind of chemistry going. You got Tom Brady going ham on the sidelines, cussing everybody out, and then like when it was 16-10, I was like, man, they're gonna pull this out. I was hoping they would miss the extra point and then go into overtime and win by a touchdown and cover the spread. That way, I would have won 11 games. I said I was going to win 12 this week, and I was too short. I only won 10, but yeah, the Bucks suck, man.
Yeah,
now I'm in Kamara. Where's he at? What's
Hey,
wrong with him?
I'm gonna tell you my damn theory. Trade both of them. Trade Kamara and trade Thomas. Get our damn first round picks back so we can actually get a quarterback and we actually get some young players and something to look forward to in the future. I'd trade both of them. Trade both of them for 3 first round picks. Get 3 first round picks. See if you can do it. 2 first round, at least something. Get something we could get in the draft. Clay, go ahead, Josh.
Did Ingram out touch Kamara last night?
I think it was like 8 to. At one point, it was like 8-7. I don't know. I'd have to look. Not really sure. Clay, any thoughts on the game?
I mean, what a boring game, That's all I can really say. I mean, there's nothing exciting.
It was a great game towards the end, but it pissed me off.
There's nothing exciting about this division at all. But don't be surprised if Tampa Bay somehow scoots a little further in the playoffs than everybody thinks, and Tom Brady does well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know, man.
It's like the WWF, man. It's like just go ahead and script it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might as well be. Mark Ingram steps out when he has wide open lane to get the damn first down. That was he could have got the first down. It wouldn't have been a problem. And then he steps out of bounds for no reason, short of the first down. Something's up. Something's up, and I think I don't know. I've said that it's always the NFL. I've always thought sports are some type of, so there's stuff that's up in some games. I don't know. It's Monday Night Football. It's Tom Brady. Of course, they want Brady to win and come back in the sideline, get the big story. I'm sure that was the number one story of the week. Nobody wants the boring Saints to win. I feel like we have a good defense. We have a terrible offense. I just don't understand it. I mean, we got some young offensive players that can play well. Andy Dalton didn't even play that bad, I don't think. I mean, he was 20 for 28, 229 yards. The run game wasn't there, but I don't know. It's an embarrassment to lose that game. Anyway, let's get out of that game before I get even more. We had just other stuff. We had some injuries on the week. We had Lamar Jackson getting hurt. We also had Garoppolo down for the season. Garoppolo, they still pulled out the W, but it looks like well, what is it? Is it Purdy? Brock Purdy from Iowa State.
Brock Purdy.
Getting the starting job. We'll see what's going to happen there. Josh, any thoughts on, the Niners and Garoppolo getting hurt? Do you think Brock Purdy's going to be able to step in there and help him out, or how's that going to work?
Well, I mean, word was that the 49ers were going to claim Baker Mayfield, but the Rams did. So I don't know.
Thank God for the 49ers.
Yeah, right. I don't know if Baker Mayfield will be that much of a step up from Brock Purdy, but I mean, I guess the coaching staff really likes what they see. But San Francisco's defense can win them some games down the stretch.
Yeah.
And I mean, they do got McCaffrey,
and Debo.
Mitchell, and Debo. Mitchell's gone, but yeah, Debo and
McCaffrey. I'll give you my hot take in just a second. I'm gonna let go to Clay. Clay, any thoughts on the Niners without Garoppolo, or anything? Any thoughts on them pulling off that game? Anything like that?
I think it definitely hurts them for sure. But their defense is, I think they're the best in the NFL. If you ask me, one of the best defenses in the NFL right now. Anyways, see what Purdy can do. He's got talent around him, so that's not the issue. And I don't know, Kate threw me off there for a second, but no, I mean they signed the veteran Josh Johnson to be backup, I guess.
Hey, I tell you something about Josh Johnson. I have him on Madden. As a backup to Patrick Mahomes. I picked him up just because I needed a backup quarterback in one of my fantasy draft things. Hey, I played a preseason game with him. I threw like 4 touchdowns and ran for like 1. He's not that bad. He's 59 overall, but he's not that bad in Madden. I'll say that.
Hadn't he played on 14 teams?
14. I think he's played on the Niners before.
3 times.
Yeah, so I mean,
I tell you who the Niners should get. I tell you right now who the Niners should get. If he's available, if they drop him, I know he's terrible, but he's been good in the past. I think if he can stay away from the turnovers, not Jameis Winston, Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz could lead this team. I personally think that's the best option. If somehow, I don't know what he's making, but if they get rid of him, I think I would want Carson Wentz. I've always liked Carson Wentz. If he could keep down the turnovers, he throws a good ball to me. That's me personally.
You don't think there's any way they could make some kind of trade agreement with the Browns to get Jacoby Brissett?
Can't trade.
I don't think
trade deadline's already passed.
You got
to get cut or waived. And the thing about it is you got like Nick Foles out there, or Carson Wentz. I mean, you got some veteran guys out there, but let Brock Purdy let him play the next 2 games. See how he does.
I mean, yeah, I'd let Purdy play, but I think I would also get another guy. I don't know. Not Baker Mayfield. I don't think Baker Mayfield would answer, but I'm telling you, I think if Carson Wentz, I know everybody hates him, says he's the worst quarterback in the league, but I think he could do kind of what Foles did to him, step in and possibly lead them to a Super Bowl and then probably not have a career after that once again, probably be terrible once again. But with all the weapons, and if he could turn down the turnovers, I think Carson Wentz would be the best option. Maybe not the best option, but a good pickup for the Niners, in my opinion. Yeah, but next game we had Detroit demolish Jacksonville. Nobody really saw that. Didn't see that coming. I don't know if you guys got any thoughts on that. I'll mention some other stuff. Deshaun Watson didn't look too hot. He underthrew a lot of balls. I was watching that game. He was throwing it at people's feet. I mean, I thought I was watching the World Cup for a minute because, I mean, every ball hit somebody's foot. But they still won. The defense pulled it out. I'm sure. I don't know if anybody had him in fantasy, the Browns defense.
They were high scoring for sure.
Oh, yeah. And Dallas was pretty close. And also had the Jets fall into the Vikings. Mike White, I mean, the Jets had every opportunity to win that game. I feel like there were some drop balls and whatnot. Had every opportunity to win that game, but ended up falling to the Vikings. Any thoughts on those games, Clay? I mean, any thoughts on any of that? I know your Detroit team is getting hot.
Yeah, man, I told you the offense is good, man. Offense is good, and I like Detroit a lot. And I can't believe they're favored this week. I know we're going to get into that. You texted us that. I can't believe they're favored over Minnesota. That's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. But I don't know. Detroit's a good team. They got good receivers. They had one just come off the IR. We'll see how he does.
DJ Chark.
Chark's looking good.
He's getting involved, man. He looked good at Thanksgiving. He looked good the other day, too.
Yeah, DJ Chark's looking good. St. Brown, I mean, it's looking great. The receivers block good for the run game, too. Can't take that away from them. they're good when it comes to blocking if you watch them. And I don't know. I just like the Detroit team. I think golf's doing well this year. So I'm not going to say he's great. I'm just saying he's leading the team pretty good. So
any thoughts on Watson?
Oh, I had Watson in fantasy, man, just because I needed a quarterback. And it was the worst decision I ever made in my life. It was like you said, man. Every ball I watched him throw was at somebody's foot, and then like that one play where they're in the red zone, they're like on the 10-yard line, and it looks like he knew what he was doing, and he launched it like he knew it would be a touchdown, and it was a pick. And I was like, what the hell is going on,
We got Bryson Brown in the chat tonight. Welcome, Brown. He is on the college show with us sometimes. He says Lions Super Bowl champs 2023. Don't know about all that, but maybe 2026 or something, but it ain't going to be 2023, I can tell you that.
Hey, man, the Lions are good, though. They are good. I give them that.
Good offense. Yeah, we'll see.
They got a really good offense. They can stand it. Now the Jets defense keeps them in it, and I mean, I think Mike White does a lot better job at spreading the ball around his receivers and using his weapons. I'd like to see Elijah Moore get in there a little more, but Garrett Wilson's off the chain.
I know he's terrible. I know he hadn't looked good at all, but what do you think there's any chance? I don't think they'd pick him up, but if they waive Zach Wilson somehow, some way, would anybody go after him? Maybe the 49ers. I don't think you put any young quarterback in that system right now, but I mean,
you want me to tell you what I really wish happened? Is damn New England would waive Zappe or whatever his name was and let him come play for the Niners.
I'm telling you, hey,
I'm not a fan of Zach Wilson at all.
I know he's not good. I know he looks bad, but I'm telling you, if he can keep down the turnovers and he's not good, you put Carson Wentz on the 49ers, I think, and I don't know, I didn't watch much of Brock Purdy the other day. I think that's a definite Super Bowl contender. That's just me. I don't know. He might even look better. I mean, he throws it good. He obviously throws it good to the other team, but whatever. I think if he could turn down the decisions, make better decisions, he'd be good. But Josh, any thoughts on those games? You're freezing. I think you're muted.
Is St. Brown a number one pick in fantasy next year?
A number one pick? No,
maybe not first round. I don't give a shit first round, but he's good.
No.
He'd definitely be in first two.
No, he'd be a top receiver. He'd be a
top.
I mean,
not a number one pick, but a first round pick. That's what I'm saying. Like just the first round pick.
I mean, there's a possibility, but I don't.
He's definitely going.
I think he's second.
He's going early second. Yeah,
it's early second.
He's trending in that direction. Deshaun Watson, if he doesn't improve, is the stress level relieved from Russell Wilson about being a major bust for the money, because Deshaun Watson getting a lot of money. Right?
I just think Brissett, I don't know how you take his job. I mean, the guy looked great all season long. So, I wish they would have brought him out there some more.
Hold on, time out, though. Time out. I know how you take his job. You had Deshaun Watson playing around the worst offensive line probably in football in the Texans, and he looked like a top 3, top 5 quarterback. I mean, he was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL before he came back. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would have to take that chance on Deshaun Watson. I mean, and start him too. Or if that was the case, I would have never paid him all that money if I thought Jacoby Brissett was going to be the answer. But I mean, now I don't know now what to do. I think Deshaun Watson, give him a chance, let him get his feet under him, whatnot. Maybe he'll get better as the season goes on. That's my personal opinion. But I don't know. Some of them balls were bad Sunday. So.
Well, and you got to think of the nerves he's playing under too. He's got to go back and play against his own team at home for them. Everybody hates him there. I'm sure he was getting shit yelled at in the fans. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to think about all that into consideration as well. He did look rough, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I think they'll get better as time goes on. I mean, defense really helped him out though, because the run game wasn't really that there either. I don't think Chubb did all that much either. At least fantasy wise, I know he didn't. But because I don't even know if they had an offensive score. They might have had one. Anyway, also last couple things here. We had the Giants and the Commanders tie, and we also had the Bengals staying hot. Bengals beating the Chiefs. Clay, you think the Bengals are a legitimate Super Bowl contender?
I mean, who knows? You can't. It's all about momentum. I think in sports for me. I mean, that's my belief, especially with baseball, but football as well. Um, I think the Bengals are a great team. They have a great offense. Their defense is a little rough, but who knows
Offensive
where they could
line.
go. And their
Yeah,
offensive line is terrible.
Yeah,
But
it's still got to stay up.
it was terrible last year, and they made the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying. So,
Josh, any thoughts on the Bengals or the Giants tie-in over there?
What is that? The hat trick for Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes? That's 3 in a row. Did they beat him?
It's probably something like that. I know it's 2. I know it's at least two or 3 because they beat him in the playoffs. So yeah.
Yeah. I just think they got their number. Really. I mean, I don't know if Jamar Chase can stay healthy. Yeah, I think they can make.
Yeah. You're breaking up, but yeah,
Run.
you saying Jamar Chase healthy, they can make a run. I heard you towards the end there. Yeah, but let's get into the player of the week. Unless did you got what'd you say, Josh? I don't know what he said. Anyway, let's get into the player of the week. I don't think there's too much else to mention. I went with a defensive player for the first time ever. I'm going to the Cowboys. I'm going to a rookie corner, 5th-round pick from Fresno State, Deron Bland. He had 2 passes deflected, 2 interceptions, 8 tackles, and the Cowboys win over the Colts. What would they score? 55 points or whatever. And I mean, defense was dominant in the second half. Yeah, I mean the Colts ain't very good, but you got to go with a rookie who comes in. I think he took over somebody's job because somebody was hurt, so comes in and plays very well. Josh, did you have a player of the week?
I don't have the stats with me. I'm just going to give
I got you.
My quarterback on my fantasy team with Jalen Hurts. I know he put up some numbers.
Jalen Hurts, 380 yards, 29 for 39, 3 touchdowns, and he didn't rush that much either. He only had 12 rushing yards. So, I mean, 380 passing yards for Hurts. I mean, everybody talks bad about him. I mean, he might be the MVP right now, the way it's looking. At least he's in consideration. Clay, did you have any? I know you look like you're looking over there, but anybody off the top of your head? I mean, anybody you can think of as far as?
I mean, if I'm going by what I watched, give me A.J. Brown. I mean, that dude's an animal.
Tennessee.
He had 10 targets. You know, he had 8 receptions, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns. But the thing that got me is they threw him the ball, and he ended up stepping out of bounds for the touchdown, and they called it a touchdown, so I got called back. The next play, they threw him the same bomb. Both of them 41 yards he scored on the touchdown. And then he just manhandled that one guy in the corner for a touchdown, too.
I don't know if you guys watch that game.
Dude's huge.
How about the rookie getting hit at Burks? Did y'all see that? Dude getting laid out on the
Oh, yeah, I saw that in the end zone.
And he held on to the ball. That shit was wild.
Yeah. He's a good receiver, too.
Yeah, he is good. They are missing A.J. Brown, but, I mean, that dude got laid out. That was pretty bad.
I mean, A.J. Brown was just snagging balls over folks, so. Like, he just literally throw his hands up.
Say again, Josh?
Just snag him.
What about that stiff arm Najee Harris put on that defender for the Falcons? Yeah,
I saw that.
Boy. He bounced his head off the turf like a trampoline.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty rough. I did see that one. I didn't see it live because obviously I didn't watch the Falcons and the Steelers live. I did not choose to watch that game, but I did see a little bit of it on Red Zone or whatever. I watched a lot of Red Zone on Sunday. All right, let's get into the upcoming games for the week. Josh, do you have the records for the week and the records overall? Do you have them with you?
Yeah, I got them with me. I went 10-5. That brings my record to 1 game under 500 at 97-98. And I did get my lock of the week, which was the Lions covering the 1.5. And then you went 8-7, bringing your record to 99-96. Your lock of the week was Miami, and you did not get that. Clay, you went 8-7. Your record now 93-2. Your lock of the week was the Chiefs, and you did not get that.
You broke up. You said 93 and what?
102.
102. Gotcha.
102.
Gotcha. All right. So it looks like John. I wonder what your record is the last few weeks, because it looks like you've been coming on strong these last few weeks. But it ain't gonna happen this week.
No, it ain't.
Not this week.
Well,
Not
Well,
this.
I'm gonna let
Not this week.
my son over here pick a game for me and make that my lock of the week.
All right.
So,
all right, we'll get to it.
I'll let you know, Cade, whenever I need you.
All right. We got the upcoming games here. We got Thursday night football. We got the Raiders at the Rams. Rams looking like they're going to have Baker Mayfield maybe possibly starting for this game. Raiders are favored by 6.5. Raiders got 3 wins in a row. Devontae Adams dominant every game. They're favored by 6.5 here on Thursday night football. Josh, go ahead and lead us off.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Is that in the Allegiance Stadium or whatever?
It is. Yeah, it's at the Rams. Do they? Yeah, it's at the Rams. So yeah, it's so far.
All right. Still gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah, Clay.
I'm taking Vegas as well. The Rams they're hurt on defense as well, so give me Vegas.
The problem is right now, and I feel like I jump back on Vegas, they're going to lose because they're playing well all of a sudden. They have a shot to go, possibly if they can run the table here, they can maybe make the playoffs. Rams are terrible. Rams are at home. I don't know. I'm going to take Thursday night football. Write me down for the Rams. I don't know why. I'm probably going to lose another game here. Sean McVay's a good coach. Maybe they can keep it close. Thursday night football. I don't know. I'm taking them at home to at least be competitive here. Next game, the 1 p.m. games. We got the Jets at the Bills. Bills favored by 9.5. Jets won this game last time, but Bills are still favored by 9.5 in this game. Clay, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Jets with that spread. Just because I got to gain some games, I'm hoping y'all don't take the Jets. So give me New York to hopefully at least keep it close.
All right, yeah, I'm going to agree with them. I'm going to take the Jets, just keep it somewhat close. I think their defense is good, even though the Bills are getting hot right now, and they're at home here. I don't know. I think the Jets maybe keep this one close. Probably a little bit too many points, but, yeah, I'm going to take the Jets. Josh?
Give me the Bills at home. Like you said, they're playing hot right now, and I think they'll win by 10.
Yeah, it looks like James Cook's getting a roll there too. I don't know if you guys play a lot of fan, but last game I watched, I don't know if he'd be worth the fantasy pickup, but James Cook and looked like he got more run than Singletary. So if you ever need a running back possibly or anything, I mean, there's a possibility he could do something for you, especially in the passing game and the running game. He ran the ball pretty good last game, so I forgot who they played, but yeah. Eagles at the Giants. Eagles favored by 7.5. I'm gonna do so bad here. I know I'm taking the wrong picks, but I'm not going with the Eagles. I'm taking the Giants. Giants need a win, man. They got to win. Probably at 7.5. It's a divisional game. They're at home. Eagles have looked good. They have looked good. Maybe they get too much on their high horse here. So yeah, I'm taking the Giants to hopefully keep this one close. Might possibly win. I root for the Giants every now and then. So yeah, Josh, who you got?
All right, hold on, Kay, come on. All right, you ready to make your pick? You want to say hey? Can y'all hear?
Yeah, you broke up a little bit, but yeah, go for it. I think it's when you move, but go ahead. Tell who you picking.
Who are you picking, the Eagles or the Giants? And the Eagles would have to win by 8. Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley? The Eagles. The Eagles.
All right,
minus 7.5.
He's going to take the Eagles. I think that's what Josh was going to do. I think Josh.
Go to bed.
I think Josh is happy with that pick after I picked the Giants. I know he definitely didn't want to be on the Giants train with me there, so I think he's pretty happy there. Clay, who you got?
This is a tough pick for me because I want to take the Giants because I just want to take some crazy spreads here. And I'm going to give me the Giants, Josh.
All right.
Make my record worse if it has to be.
All right. I don't know where we're at leading off here. I'm coming back to you, Clay. Browns at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 6.5. Who you got?
Another crazy pick here. Give me the Browns. I'll take the Browns. Hopefully Nick Chubb gets some run game going and the Bengals play like they did earlier in the season. Give me Cleveland.
Divisional game. Browns got the Bengals number. I don't think it's a bad pick. Josh, who you going with?
You say 6.5?
Yes, it is 6.5. And I don't know what the record is, but the Bengals have lost against the Browns the last few times, so I believe.
Well, give me the Bengals to win by a touchdown at home against the Browns. Deshaun Watson still throwing the ball at people's feet.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are hot right now, man. And the Browns, the defense look good. God, I'm going to give him a bigger lead, but I got to go with the Browns here. I think it's a divisional game. I'm going to keep giving him a bigger lead. I'm going to give him a bigger lead, but I feel more confident in this one. The Bengals didn't look good at the beginning of the season. I know they're at home. The Browns has had the Bengals number in the past. I don't know. Maybe that and they got a good defensive line in Myles Garrett. If they can get some pressure on that bad offensive line, maybe the Browns can pull this one off or keep it within a 3-point game. So I'm taking the Browns. And Deshaun Watson gets one more week. So next game, we got the Vikings at the Lions. Lions favored by 2.5 here. What a spread. Lions favored by 2.5 at home against the Vikings. I know they've been good at home. They got a lot of weapons on offense. Josh, tell us who you're taking here.
Yep, I've taken all favorites up until this point. Give me Minnesota plus 2.5 at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird line, man. It's a weird line. I can't do it. I want to take the Lions. I really do, because I think the Lions might win this game. I think this game could be an absolute shootout. I think it's going to be a fun game. But Minnesota's just hot right now. Minnesota's playing good. They've won games they're supposed to, I believe, as far as I know. So yeah, I gotta take Minnesota. Too much talent on that team. Clay.
Hey, I'll take Minnesota. Give me Detroit.
This is where you should do it. I was about to say
Give me Detroit because my record is terrible, and I'm under root for Detroit when I watch this game, anyways. And that's just a selfish thought there, but
it's a weird line, man. Vegas thinks Detroit's going to win this game. It's weird. I mean, I don't know what the line is now. I'll go back and look in a minute, but yeah, weird line there, in my opinion. All right, let's go to the next game. We got the Texans at the Cowboys. Might be one of the biggest lines I've seen in a minute. Cowboys favored by 16.5. I mean, that usually means when it's that big, take the Cowboys, but give me the Texans. 16. Hold on before you write that down. I forgot who they got at core. They got Kyle Allen. Ooh. I just second thoughts because I've seen that dude play and he is not good. Kyle Allen is not good. It's an NFL game, and Dallas has had struggles on offense in the past. They made the Texans. I don't know why. That's a stupid pick. I'm changing my mind, but I'm taking the Texans. Cowboys probably beat them by 30, but Clay, who you got?
I'm going to roll with Dallas here. I mean, Houston's not even – the run game isn't looking the same at all either. I don't know why, but Pierce was running the ball pretty well. But I don't trust Kyle Allen, and I don't trust any of the receivers for Houston. And Dallas' defense is too good, so give me Dallas.
Josh.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, Clay. The defense, I mean, I think the defense is going to score more than the Texans will score. Dallas' defense will score more. They'll win by 30. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, and it's even. I think it's gone up even a little bit higher. The line has too. I think it's 17.5 now. So, yeah, some more people's just.
We're going
Cowboys. No, we're going with 31.5 for me. Hopefully I can pull it off. No, Texans have played some tight games. Not lately, but, we'll see what they can do. Cowboys' offense has struggled in the past, so even though they're looking better. Next game, we got the Jaguars at the Titans. Titans favored by 4.5. Clay, who you going with? Are you going with your Jaguars? You just got beat by 30 points, or are you going with the Titans?
No, it's a tough game because Titans at home and it's not that many points. I want to take the Jags. Give me Tennessee though. I think Tennessee's a better team.
Josh,
what's that line? 4.5.
Titans are at home and they're favored by 4.5 against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with the Titans as well. That's a hard pick, though.
Yeah, as much as I want to take Jacksonville, I was stuck on this game for a little while. Usually, I think Titans usually win this game most of the time pretty good. Besides a few, even though I don't think the Titans are that good, I'm just going to take them coming off a big loss against the Eagles. They definitely need to win, so I'm taking the Titans here to win at least by a touchdown or so. Next game, another weird line here, even though he's out. Ravens at the Steelers. Steelers favored by 3.5. I don't know whose turn it is. Josh, who are you picking here?
It's at Pittsburgh.
Yes, so they're at Pittsburgh. Steelers favored by 3.5. Looks like Lamar Jackson's unlikely to play, so it's going to be Tyler Huntley.
Give me Steelers.
Taking the Steelers. Steelers have looked good as of late. Ravens not so much. I'm taking the Ravens just because I don't know. 3.5 is a little bit too much. This is a divisional game. This game a lot of times plays pretty tight. A lot of the teams don't like each other, so I'm taking the Ravens there. Clay, who you going with?
I'm going with the Ravens as well. I like Huntley as a backup quarterback. He's not terrible, and hopefully the Ravens can put something together here. But it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Steelers win, but because I like Kenny Pickett's doing well too as well.
Yeah, if it was the Ravens -3, I don't know. It's a weird line. If it was 2.5, maybe I'll take the Steelers, but Steelers could win. But 3.5 is just too much. It's 3.5 for the Steelers. Yes. Next game, we got the Chiefs at the Broncos. Chiefs favored by 3.5, or excuse me, 9.5. Divisional game here at the Broncos. I can't take the Broncos, man. Their defense is all right, but I got to take the Chiefs here. Even in Denver. Could mess them up, but I'm still taking the Chiefs. Clay, who you got?
Yeah, I'm not taking them. I want to say the defense holds it close and they can't score 20, but it's Patrick Mahomes, and they held Kelsey well this weekend. He didn't produce too much, but I don't know. I can't take the Broncos. I don't even see the Broncos scoring. Give me the Chiefs.
Josh.
Yep, I'm going with the Chiefs, even though it's a large number, but
first sweep of the day.
Sweep.
All right, next game we got the Panthers at the Seahawks. Seattle favored by 4.5. Clay, who you going with?
Second sweep of the day. We all went with the Titans.
Oh, apologize. Yes, surprising.
Seattle lost Walker, maybe potentially for the week. He's hurt, and all of Seattle's backs are banged up. Even if you try to hit the waiver wire, it's like DJ Dallas has got something wrong with him. Travis Homer or whatever his name is got something wrong with him. So they're all banged up. But I like Geno Smith, man, and the way he's airing out the ball, the way he's being able to hit different folks. Give me Geno and Seattle to win this game.
What's the line?
4.5. I'm taking Seattle. I was just looking at something. I'm going to take Seattle at home here, coming off a close game with the Rams. They need to win to stay in, playoff contention or whatnot. I know they're doing pretty well, but they need to win as much as possible. Panthers, not so much. I know Panthers defense is good, but Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle here. Josh.
Yeah, Hawks -4.5.
Josh is taking the Seahawks as well. I was looking to see what the running back situation is like. Yeah, it looks like everybody's got questionable tags besides Jones Jr. Is that the guy that used to play for the
Yeah,
Saints?
Tony Jones. Is it Tony Jones? Yeah.
I think that is him. Hey, he wasn't that bad. Was not that. I mean, he's a small back, but he's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Anyways, next game we got the Bucks at the Niners. Niners favored by 4.5. I know they ain't got a quarterback. Buccaneers probably need to win this game. Niners at home, not blowing out many teams, but Niners defense is just too good. Bucks, I don't know how they're gonna score the way they look half the time. So I'm taking the Niners -4.5, even with a backup quarterback. Josh.
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers as well. I think their defense is too good. I think Tom Brady will have another hissy fit on the sideline, but it won't help him this weekend.
Yeah, and they got a lot of injuries to the offensive line as well. Clay.
Give me Tampa Bay here, and I'm just taking Tampa Bay because y'all took the Niners. I like the Niners in this game, but I think this game could go either way. And with Tampa Bay not being favored, and Niners quarterback, being fresh, I'm going to take Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay doesn't have a bad defense. Their defense is still pretty good. Sunday Night Football, we got the Dolphins at the Chargers. Dolphins favored by 3.5. I'm not sure if that was before Tua or after Tua. I'm not sure what the word is on Tua, if anybody knows. But Dolphins favored by 3.5 here. Clay?
Against who?
The Chargers. They are playing the Chargers. Sunday Night Football here. It says Sunday Night Football. Clay, do you have a lean in this game?
So you said Tua's hurt?
I was trying to look. I can't. I know he was. He went out of the game the other day.
I mean, give me the Dolphins. I think they're too explosive for Chargers defense. This game can go either way as well.
If I figure out if it's going to change your mind,
I don't care. My picks suck anyways. Give me the Dolphins. I'm going with my heart.
Okay. Josh, I'm looking at his status now. If that's going to. Let's see. It says ankle could have returned to Sunday's game against the 49ers and is expected to start next Sunday against the Chargers. That's what it says.
Right. So this game is at the Chargers, and they're favored by 3.5.
This game is at the Chargers, favored by 3.5. Yes.
You're taking Miami. I know.
Yeah.
You taking Miami?
Yep.
Yeah, give me the Chargers. Maybe I love the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins if they're healthy to maybe possibly do something in the playoffs, but defense got to get better. Chargers need to win at home, Sunday Night Football. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. Next game, final game, Monday Night Football. We got the Patriots. We got the Cardinals at the Cardinals. Patriots favored by 1.5. I hate the Cardinals. I'm taking the Pats. Taking the Pats, Josh.
All right.
Who you got?
Yeah, man, I'm going to go with the Patriots as well, just because I've only got one underdog on my list so far, so this will give me 2.
Patriots favored.
Patriots are favored. -1.5.
Oh, shit.
You can take the Cards if you want to. I'm giving you that chance. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cards +1.5.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't that bad. I mean, they got Hopkins and stuff.
I got all favorites, dude. The Vikings is the only underdog I picked, and they shouldn't even be underdogs.
Yeah. Clay.
I'm taking the Cardinals coming off a bye, and they're at home to win this game outright.
I'm taking Kyler Murray's going to be a baseball player in the next 3 years. That's what I'm taking. That's a Charles Barkley guarantee right there. I'm thinking he's going to be a baseball player in the next 3 years. I'm telling you. I've said that all this year. I think he sucks. I think he's going to be a baseball player in the next 3 years. Anyway, yeah.
Lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Lock of the week. Who we got? Anybody write one down here?
Yeah. Cade picked my lock of the week. The Eagles -7.5 over the Giants.
Eagles minus 7.5 over the Giants. Clay, you got anybody?
I don't even like any of these. Like, I ain't confident about none of them.
I mean, the easiest one if you take the Vikings,
I
possibly.
take the Vikings.
I'm saying you could. Oh, you didn't. You took the Lions. That's right.
Take them Chiefs. Minus 7.5.
You know what? No, I'm not going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to be stupid here, probably. I know you guys both took them, but I feel.
Give me Tennessee.
All right.
How you taking Tennessee over Jacksonville? And you Jacksonville's so damn good.
I said Jacksonville was going to get 6 wins, okay? I was more out on Detroit than I was Jacksonville.
All right, I'm between the Browns and the Chargers. Give me that Browns defense. I'm taking the Browns.
Hey, if I take Dallas, will you give me 2 extra points?
I ain't giving you shit. You take the lock of the week or not. You can take Dallas. I mean, hurry up. But Josh already wrote you down.
Nah. Whatever you wrote down's fine.
All right. Yeah, I was between the Chargers.
What you wanted to take the Cowboys minus?
No, I'm taking Tennessee. Tennessee.
Yeah, no, we ain't giving you what the fuck kind of. Hey, if you getting the Cowboys minus 13.5, 14.5, I'm getting the Browns plus 8.5 or whatever it is. So, anyway, what's up, sports boys? We're about to head off here. We're just recording for our podcast, but yeah, if you did join, make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, follow Apple Podcasts, download Spotify. We may be live for college tomorrow. Me, Bryson, and Preston. We'll see. I'm not sure to recap some of the games and talk a little bit about the playoff. Josh, while you're here, any thoughts on Alabama not making the playoff while you're here? I didn't ask you
that. They didn't deserve to make the playoff.
Okay.
You lost to LSU. Like, I mean, losing to LSU on that 2-point conversion, but yeah. And then I've also got some concerns. There's a lot of players entering the portal. A lot of the message boards on some Alabama sites are Nick Saban's encouraging these guys to leave because they're not buying into the system. Because something's definitely wrong. Something's wrong. I've never seen an Alabama team perform the way they did this year. It kind of started leaking in a little bit last year when they were barely winning games, but something's going on. I think he's going to raid the portal again because he's got the number 1 recruiting class coming in. These guys don't want to compete. So they'll go play for Deion Sanders.
Final question. Yeah, Deion. I was about to say Deion Sanders. Is he going to make Colorado a winning team? Yes or no?
Yeah, they'll be a winning team, but I don't think they'll be in no New Year's Six bowls or nothing like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Deion Sanders will get the recruits now. He's going to get the recruits.
He's not going to be able to keep them all happy. I mean, I don't know.
What about him saying? What about him? What about him telling? I'm sorry, I'm keeping y'all on here longer, but what about him telling the people, telling the players to go, some of them to transfer because he's bringing people, some of his players in from Jacksonville State.
I mean, if I was a parent of one of the players, I'd be a little upset, especially if like I went to school in Colorado and now my son's there and he wants to play and he's got a spot and. I mean, you got to fight and earn for it, but also got to respect Deion Sanders for saying that because, I mean, that's just the truth of the matter is, they won 1 game. They were 1-11. There ain't nothing he could say that, that would hurt some feelings in there. And if their feelings get hurt, they need to go or they need to stay and compete. Listen, those guys from Jackson State, aside from maybe 5 or 6 of those guys, anybody, I mean, this is Division I football. So, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bring it. And he's going to be in for a rude awakening, too. And, I mean, the Pac-12 will be a lot easier. USC's leaving. But, he's going to be in for a rude awakening as well. Just sitting in the SWAC.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll talk more college football in the next show when we see you. But, yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you check, like I said, make sure you check out all the platforms, whatnot. We'll probably be live tomorrow. Yeah. And peace. Me and Bryson's supposed to be